In the small town of Ravenswood, nestled between thick woods and rolling hills, lived a man named Jonathan. He led a quiet and uneventful life until one fateful night when an eerie dream would unravel the fabric of his reality. Jonathan awoke with a start, beads of sweat clinging to his forehead. The room was engulfed in an oppressive darkness, the only illumination coming from the feeble glow of a distant streetlight. As his eyes adjusted to the dimness, a chilling sensation crawled up his spine. He wasn't alone. A grotesque figure loomed over him, casting a long, distorted shadow across the room. Jonathan's breath caught in his throat as he realized the intruder was no ordinary man but a clown in the form of a tramp. The clown's face was painted with an unsettling grin, its eyes hidden beneath a layer of smeared, garish makeup. The man in the tramp's guise sat astride Jonathan, pinning him to the bed with an unnatural strength. Panic surged through Jonathan's veins as he struggled against the invisible force holding him down. "Welcome to my circus, Jonathan," the Tramp-Clown hissed, its voice a haunting whisper that sent shivers down Jonathan's spine. The room seemed to close in around him as he desperately tried to make sense of the nightmare unfolding. The clown's face contorted with manic delight as it produced a tarnished pocket watch from the folds of its ragged clothing. The timepiece swung hypnotically before Jonathan's eyes, each tick echoing in the silent room like the countdown to an unspeakable horror. In the surreal dreamscape, the boundaries between reality and nightmare blurred. The Tramp-Clown's laughter reverberated through the walls, a chorus of malevolent glee that filled Jonathan with dread. He could feel the weight of the clown's presence pressing down on him, an oppressive force that threatened to suffocate his very soul. As the nightmarish spectacle unfolded, Jonathan realized he was trapped in a twisted carnival of the mind. The room transformed into a macabre circus tent, the walls adorned with faded posters of grotesque clowns and distorted funhouse mirrors that reflected his own terror-stricken face. Desperation clawed at Jonathan's chest as he fought to break free from the clown's nightmarish grip. The Tramp-Clown leaned in, its face inches from his, and whispered chilling words that echoed in the recesses of his mind. "You can never escape the circus, Jonathan. We're all performers in this twisted reality." With that, the room descended into darkness, and Jonathan awoke with a gasp. Cold sweat covered his body, and he found himself back in his familiar bedroom. The nightmare had ended, but the lingering sense of unease clung to him like a ghostly presence. Jonathan sat up in bed, his heart still racing. The memory of the Tramp-Clown and its haunting circus lingered, casting a shadow over his once mundane existence. Little did he know that the boundary between dreams and reality had been forever altered, leaving him to question the nature of the strange and unsettling world he now inhabited. Days turned into nights, and Jonathan's once peaceful life became a descent into a surreal abyss. The lines between wakefulness and nightmare blurred, leaving him perpetually on edge, haunted by the memory of the Tramp-Clown. Strange occurrences unfolded around him. The town of Ravenswood, once familiar, now wore a sinister facade. Children's laughter in the distance morphed into haunting carnival tunes, and the shadows seemed to dance with a life of their own. Jonathan's reflection in mirrors would occasionally distort into the grinning face of the Tramp-Clown, a chilling reminder that the nightmare lingered. His waking hours offered little solace. Faces of people in the town morphed into grotesque caricatures of clowns, their smiles widening with malevolence. The once vibrant colors of the world now took on a sickly pallor, as if the circus had cast its eerie spell on everything in Ravenswood. Seeking answers, Jonathan delved into the town's history. Local legends whispered of an ancient carnival that had mysteriously vanished, leaving behind only fragmented memories. As he dug deeper, he uncovered tales of a malevolent entity known as the Carnival Keeper that was said to trap souls in a never-ending circus of nightmares. The more Jonathan discovered, the more he became entangled in the web of the supernatural. Strange symbols appeared on his doorstep, etched into the wood like a cryptic message from the other side. Whispers of ghostly laughter echoed through the empty streets, leaving him in a perpetual state of dread. One night, unable to endure the torment any longer, Jonathan followed a spectral trail that led him deep into the heart of the woods surrounding Ravenswood. The air grew thick with an otherworldly energy as he stumbled upon the remnants of an ancient carnival, long forgotten by the townsfolk. A flickering light drew him towards a decaying circus tent, the entrance guarded by an ominous figure. It was the Tramp-Clown, its eyes now gleaming with an otherworldly glow. As Jonathan approached, the ground beneath him transformed into a sticky, tar-like substance, pulling him towards the tent's entrance. With each step, the air grew colder, and the ghostly laughter intensified. The Tramp-Clown, now a nightmarish sentinel, gestured for Jonathan to enter. The tent's interior was a twisted maze of mirrors and illusions, each step leading him deeper into the surreal circus. As the tent's flaps closed behind him, Jonathan realized there was no escape. The carnival had claimed him as its newest performer, and the Tramp-Clown, the carnival keeper, reveled in the nightmare it had orchestrated. Ravenswood, once a haven of normalcy, vanished from Jonathan's consciousness as the surreal circus enveloped him. The haunting laughter echoed through the eternal night, marking his descent into a nightmarish reality where the boundaries between dreams and horror were forever shattered. The Tramp-Clown, with its ghastly grin, presided over the twisted spectacle, and Jonathan became just another lost soul ensnared in the macabre carnival that existed beyond the veil of reality. In the claustrophobic confines of the spectral circus, Jonathan wandered through a labyrinth of distorted mirrors and eerie attractions. Each step he took seemed to echo in the vast emptiness of the tent, the unsettling silence broken only by the distant laughter of the Tramp-Clown. Time lost its meaning as Jonathan meandered through the surreal landscape. The air became heavy with the whispers of tormented souls who had succumbed to the carnival's curse. Flickering lights cast elongated shadows that danced along the walls, creating a disorienting spectacle that played tricks on his already fractured mind. As he pressed forward, Jonathan encountered ghastly apparitions, each one a specter of the past performers who had fallen victim to the carnival keeper. Their faces contorted with expressions of eternal anguish, their eyes pleading for release from the malevolent grasp of the cursed circus. The Tramp-Clown appeared at intervals, materializing in the shadows, its unsettling laughter echoing through the haunted corridors. It guided Jonathan deeper into the nightmarish realm, revealing glimpses of a twisted reality where the laws of physics and reason bent to the whims of the malevolent force that held him captive. Finally, Jonathan reached the heart of the spectral circus, a darkened arena surrounded by towering bleachers. The Tramp-Clown ascended a creaky stage, its eyes fixed on Jonathan with an otherworldly intensity. The atmosphere crackled with an ominous energy as the carnival's captive audience, the tormented souls of past performers, silently watched from the shadows. "Welcome, Jonathan, to the grand finale of your nightmares," the Tramp-Clown declared with a voice that echoed through the abyss. Suddenly, the ground beneath Jonathan's feet gave way, and he plummeted into a bottomless void. The world around him twisted and contorted, merging reality and illusion into a kaleidoscopic nightmare. Faces of the damned stared at him from every angle, their silent screams adding to the cacophony of the surreal carnival. As Jonathan fell through the abyss, he glimpsed fragments of his former life, the town of Ravenswood, the people he had known, and the memories that now seemed distant and fragmented. The Tramp-Clown's laughter reverberated louder, drowning out his thoughts as he descended further into the abyss. Just when he thought he would be lost forever, the nightmare abruptly ceased. Jonathan found himself back in his bed, bathed in the soft glow of dawn. The circus tent, the Tramp-Clown, and the haunting laughter all vanished like a dissipating mist. Confused and disoriented, Jonathan questioned the reality of his experiences. Was it a dream, a hallucination, or had he truly traversed the boundary between the living and the otherworldly carnival? The echoes of the nightmare lingered, leaving him with a profound sense of unease that would forever shadow his perception of the world. As Jonathan navigated the remnants of his once normal life, he couldn't shake the feeling that the carnival's influence still lingered, watching from the shadows. The town of Ravenswood, now forever touched by the supernatural, concealed its dark secrets beneath a facade of normalcy. And Jonathan was left to grapple with the haunting memories of the spectral circus that had forever altered the course of his existence.
Like, subscribe, and click on notifications that will allow you to stay up to date with the news and not miss videos from the channel, where there will be many more horror stories.